All right. So if you are watching, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Subscribe if you already haven't. I know it's been a while. Been a lot going on, but I want to get back into it. And it is February 1st, Black History Month. And, I hope everybody is trying to take time to learn about Black history outside the traditional means of the school or what's very publicized. I actually made a YouTube short slash TikTok about book recommendations I have for Black History Month and for 2025 that, I hope people pick up on and choose to read. With that being said, though, this is one of the many stories that has came out. I mean, there have been so much stuff that has came out about Trump and the election and Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the plane things. A lot has been going on recently. But I want to start with this more light-hearted story, which is about Dank Demoss. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie. I am not familiar with the young woman. I did do a little research on her. I did see that she was on a show called Deb's House. So she's pretty well known for being a heavier woman. And in fact, she got eliminated from the show because of her weight. Now, you would think that would be a message to try to change your life. And maybe it was, because if you go to her Instagram, you will see, and we'll go there and take a look at it later, you'll see that she does a lot of gym workouts, things of that nature. And I will never hate on anybody that's trying to lose weight, because myself, at one point in time, I was 400 some odd pounds, and I lost well over 100. It took me a long time to do it, and I'm not nowhere near my weight goals as of yet. But, I'm nowhere near 400 pounds now, thank goodness. Here's the thing, though. Do I think this is a cash grab? And I want you guys to let me know what you think too. So if you think that this is a cash grab, let me know. I do think it is. Let's be real here. That was just a normal, everyday, small Uber. Nothing really special about it. And he has to think, not Uber, excuse me, Lyft. A normal, everyday, small Lyft. And you got to think about it. If something happens to his vehicle, she's not going to cover the cost. And in fact, she'll go about her day and probably take crack jokes with her friends about what happened in the Lyft car. But when I saw the video, and I couldn't tell that was a Honda Civic or a Honda Accord, there's no way she could have fit comfortably back there unless she is kind of, laid down at an angle. And the engine was loud, it was crackling, and it's things like this that I kind of wish we'll leave behind and not take it into 2025 and beyond. This, fake sense of outrage, and it doesn't make any sense. Sometimes we have to be logical. When I was younger, if you were fat, you were called fat. If you were ugly, you were called ugly. Things like that. I'm not saying we have to go to those extremes, but you got to be kind of realistic of who you are and what spaces you could fit into. For example, you can't sit here and say that an amusement park is discriminating against you, mainly because there are safety standards, and if you can't fit into the belt, they're not going to give you a standard. They say you can't ride the ride. Same thing. I said amusement parks like the fair too. No, things like that. They have weight limits for not to necessarily be discriminatory, but for safety reasons. Now, if you have ever carried anything in your car or in your truck or whatever vehicle you may have, depending on how much weight is on one side, the back side, or whatever, it can definitely impact how the car turns and all this other kind of stuff. How fast you can stop. It's a safety thing. And again, if she would have gotten to the car was already low to the ground. If it would have started scraping and he had to go over a speed bump and got stuck, she wouldn't have gotten out to help push that vehicle. He just would have been sitting there looking silly. So again, I don't blame him. The man was very nice. He was very professional. And he just simply said, you know what? I don't think I should be able to take you. Let me go ahead and cancel your ride. Maybe you should order a different thing. And I'll play the video here in a minute. But the main question I have is, she says she had a friend that has a Benz that she has rode in before. I went to her Instagram page just to see her in a Benz that was just that same size. I didn't see her in any type of vehicle that remotely resembled that. So let me go ahead and play the rejection video first, and then we can go from there.
Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
Sorry about that.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What? For what? What you saying?
Yeah, I got no space. My car is small.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me. So, I'm sorry.
What I'm gonna do about my money?
I'm gonna cancel it. You're not gonna be charged.
So you telling me I can't get in the Lyft because I can't fit in your car?
Yeah, you need to order a bigger car.
What makes you think I can't fit in the car?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What makes you think I can't fit in this car?
Because the car is small in the back.
My best friend has a Benz that's newer than this that I can fit in. That's the same.
And again, I went to her page to look for this Benz and best friend to see her being in that, and I didn't see it. And truthfully, I think she was a straight out lying, if I'm being really honest with you. And I think it was more about her wanting to save herself and save face. I'll give you an example. I'm on a larger end of 280, and I could fit into most vehicles pretty comfortably, right? But I still have that mindset from when I was 400 pounds of me not being able to ride fares wise or getting in certain vehicles to the point to where I'm just like, I hesitate when I see a smaller vehicle or a cramped space, thinking in my head still that I'm still that 400-pound man. With her, it seems like she's not realistic about her size. And with me, I lost the weight. So sometimes I still see myself not be able to fit in certain things or even get in certain rides. I still remember when, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I tried to get on a roller coaster. I couldn't get in and get on it because I couldn't buckle the thing down all the way. Safety issue, right? I had a friend that had like a nice little Italian car. I forgot what it was called. And I looked at it, I was like, man, I'm not going to be able to get in there. And she was like, go ahead, come in. So I got in the car. I fit comfortably in there. Again, I still had that mindset of that 400-pound man that I once was. So whenever you are a heavier person and you lose weight, sometimes you have this mindset of, I can't fit into this place because you haven't fully let the weight go. However, though, when you're a larger person and hasn't accepted your weight, you kind of fool yourself thinking you could fit into these places and you get angry when you can't. You think, oh, these things are too small. Oh, these clothes are shrinking on me. You make all these excuses except for the fact of, I need to make a change. It's my fault. Here we go. And I'll give another example. When I was younger, I used to do martial arts. And I remember my instructor, he had a thing he would say to people. I give you clothes or uniforms, what you want to call them, that you should be able to fit in. I'm not going to give you clothes that you want to fit in. So when you start off there, he'll purposely give you a smaller size or a size that's too tight. And if you've been there for about a year or so, those clothes will be baggy on you because of the hard work you put in. It's the same thing. Sometimes we're just not realistic of how big we really are and how obese we are. And let's be real, in America, a lot of us are considered obese. But in her particular case, I think I saw a video when she said she was a BBW. There was no... I understand there's a BBW, then there's a category of SBBW. I think she more falls into the S part than the BB part. But anyway, let me go ahead and keep going.
Same size.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So you really telling me I'm too big to get in your car, so I gotta order another Lyft?
And to be more specific with you, I got very tired tires.
What I got to do with your tires?
Yeah, and you have no space.
How you know I don't have no space?
Yeah, I got no space in the back.
How do you know I don't have no space?
Because I've tried before.
Huh?
Because I've been in this situation.
So every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL experience.
No, I don't never have to order Uber XL.
Then I'm really sorry.
You know what? Again, I'm not mad at the guy. If anything, I feel more sorry for him because he got let go by Lyft for protecting his own asset. Again, Lyft don't provide these vehicles. Lyft does not give maintenance on these vehicles. So all these extra wear and tear, it's going to be coming out of his pocket in order to pay he may get through Lyft. And if he does get a tip, because not everybody gets a tip. So again, I don't blame him. He was very nice. He was very professional. But yet because of this fake outrage on the internet, this man lost his job when he shouldn't have. And now this woman is going to get a cash grab from this instead of taking accountability. I mean, yes, you can hear his car, you can hear his engine. It should not be sounding that way. He's probably trying to save it to get it fixed. This could be his only means of transportation for him and his family. You don't know. But now this man lost a job all because you want to try to expose him. And for some reason, people on the internet, instead of us just thinking logically, we're thinking emotionally. She wasn't disrespected. She wasn't discriminated against. He just put himself first to make sure he could keep providing for himself and maybe his family. Anyways, let's continue to the next clip.
Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
But believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe me.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, you know, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
Every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL.
You know what? I don't never have to order Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough. I get the money and flip it and make food. Dank Demoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, like, it really hurt my feelings.
It looks like a Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal, and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
Really? I got a question. I remember back in the day, there was a Simpsons episode to where Homer found out that he could get on disability if he weighed a certain amount. So what he did, he kept getting weight so he get a disability check so he wouldn't have to work anymore, if I remember correctly. Again, that episode is probably 20 years old at this point, if not older. I wonder, does Michigan have that same standard if it's protected in that state?
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know, I don't want to have black people in my car.
Wait, what? How is weight and blackness the same thing? You can control your weight. If you can't control it by dieting and exercising, you can control it by a shot, a pill, or surgery. You can't turn off this black. You can't turn off the black. I mean, you could take chemicals to try to get some of the pigmentation removed, but your features are still going to be black. So already I could tell this lawyer is a piece of crap.
I don't want to have Christians in my car or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
Christians or Muslims, again, things you can choose. He could have left the black part out. He could have said, you know, the Christian, Muslim, whatever else. You cannot choose to be black. So, again, I could tell he's a crappy lawyer already.
The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them. Blanding tells us.
What is considered full figure anymore? I don't know. I genuinely don't know, because when I think of full figured, I can't even think of a famous person right now, but it's not this. It's not this in any way, shape, or form. All right. So like I said, I was going to her Instagram, and I'm gonna turn this to the side. So I went to her Instagram, and yeah. I'm not going to play none of the clips because I don't know if she's playing her music. I don't want any copyright stuff going on there. But you see her a lot at a Planet Fitness stuff. And That's good. Oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, wow. These comments. Okay. Dang, these comments are pretty mean. Okay, let me go ahead and keep going. You know what? I feel like, let me get to something older here. Maybe people are more supportive of her before this lawsuit. This is only 2 days ago. Nothing there. Did she just start this Instagram recently? 4 days ago. Yeah, so I guess she started this Instagram once she filed the lawsuit. So, I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. I'm pretty much done with this. It sucks. It really does suck because this didn't have to go this way. A man didn't have to lose his job. I could care less about a company being sued, if I'm being honest with you. I care more about the man being let go because you never know what people are have going on, what they're trying to, save or pay off, or try to pay somebody to do school, pay for it. So you just don't know what people have going on for them to lose a job, especially in this the way the world is right now. So, anyways, you guys tell me what you think. If you watched, if you haven't watched, go ahead and watch, subscribe, and like it. Tell me your thoughts and opinions. I really appreciate it if you got this far.